Time now is 12:31. You're watching Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. We're going to get right into it with Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich. Brad, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Another weekend and another time you're in here.
Yeah, this is a completely different storm, obviously, but it is all snow. And I drove in around an hour and a half ago, and I was kind of prepared for that.
Okay,
snow,
good.
but
Yeah.
It's pretty deep, I'll be honest with you. The roads are not great. I think if you go slow, you can get places. The biggest concern is you better have all-wheel, four-wheel, good tires. Go slow. Good luck finding the lane you're in, because I think that right now is the hardest part. Even 77, I came over, it's completely covered. I didn't go on the interstates. I kind of stay off the interstates during winter weather because I don't like being stuck there. If there's an accident, you're stuck. You can't go anywhere. A lot of people walking too, Meg. That's one thing I noticed. As I got closer to South End, I think people are like, I'm not going to drive. There's a lot of people out walking, enjoying the snow. But let's take a look at some of our cameras here. You could see pretty much everywhere we look, it is absolutely coming down. Probably the heaviest snowfall I see right now is on our Kannapolis camera. And that's what we're going to see the remainder of the afternoon. Kind of like burst of snow, and then it lets up, and then a burst of snow. It's really going to be kind of on and off the rest of the day. The temperatures, we haven't talked much about this, but it's 20 degrees at 12:33 in the afternoon with snow. We don't normally see snow with this cold of air, teens to the north, so this is not melting, and you can see the big low pressure system. The upper low is driving a lot of our snow right now, and you can see that heavy band is shifting north. If you look carefully, you can see the darker shades of blue. This is really up in here. This looks to be the heaviest band. So areas from Hickory, Statesville, Salisbury, over towards Monroe and Kannapolis. That's why our Kannapolis camera had such big flakes on it, because we're seeing those really, really intense bands going through. If I widen this out a little bit, you can see the low is going to be over us for a while. It's kind of rotating around. You can actually see that kind of counterclockwise spin. It looks like it's over Clemson or Greenville area. It's sliding south. This is going to be a pretty rare event where I think areas around Charlotte South get more snow than areas north. And folks in Raleigh to Fayetteville, you haven't seen anything. There's folks up there. I have a lot of friends in the Raleigh area. They go, uh-oh, it's not snowing at all. That's kind of the snow hole right now. But if we widen this out, you can see on the coast there's another low. That's the nor'easter part of this. This is when the winds pick up. So right now, the winds are just kind of breezy. They're going to get worse as we get into the afternoon, because this low pressure on the coast is going to do what we call bombing out. And what that means is the pressure just drops dramatically. Think of it like rapid intensification for a hurricane. When that happens, the winds are going to pick up, and we'll have near blizzard conditions in parts of the Carolinas. So for the rest of the day, I kind of put this timeline together to give people an idea on what to expect. This afternoon, heavy bursts of snow. It becomes windy. I would avoid travel. I know I told you I just drove in. I've driven in snow. I actually like driving in snow. And even for me, I'm like, my wife would never do this. So I know a lot of people are like her that hate it or don't like the rain. If you're even timid at all, do not do it, because it is pretty bad out there. The real concern would be if you get stuck or you spin out, you're going to be there for a while, and it's 20 degrees with wind chills in the single digits and teens. So if you're going to get in your car and go somewhere, if you absolutely have to, you're an essential worker, you have to get to work, you have to do something that's really, really important, make sure you have hat, gloves, jacket, boots, put a blanket in the car, make sure you have a full tank of gas, a fully charged phone. Just do those before you get in the car. If you do that, I think you'll be much safer than just going out, with Crocs on or something. Someone will run to the convenience store and get stuck out there. So quick look at your future cast. We'll show you that the temperatures are in the teens and 20s, but look at the snow. One thing I think that's a little bit different than earlier, I think this is going to linger. This is midnight, and we still have light snow falling. So I think this is going to linger into the overnight. Becca did a great job this morning. We upped our totals based on the trends. We're now going 5 to 8 inches of snow. And if you're curious, the last time we've seen 5 inches in Charlotte, 2004. 2004 is the last time we saw snow of this magnitude. It has been a long, long time since we've seen something like this. 2018 was the last 3-inch snowstorm. 2014 was the last time we saw snow of at least 4 inches. Now, that brings me to this. Meg, you know how to measure snow? Have you ever measured snow before?
I don't. Maybe when I was young. I don't know.
All right, so everyone thinks, okay, I'm just going to stick.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
So if you want to do it like a pro, go out in your yard, Find places that the dog didn't walk, you didn't walk. Flat as could be, away from the trees. Measure 3 places and then average them out. That's the best way to do it, and you'll get a pretty accurate measurement, because with the blowing and drifting, it's probably going to be hard to get an accurate amount. But if you want to do that and send us a report, that's the best way to do it. And have fun in the snow. Just bundle up if you're going out there. I know a lot of kids and families will be out sledding and playing it. It's their first snow. All times, my dog's first snow, he still doesn't know what's going on out there. He was scared to death to go into the snow. So this is a first for a lot of people. It's been a while. Enjoy it, but just bundle up, because it is super cold. This can be dangerous to exposed skin. So if you're going to go out, limit your time. A lot of hot cocoa breaks. Make sure you're taking those warming breaks, and don't spend too much time out in this.
Especially with that wind, right, Brad? We were seeing Julie earlier, and that wind was whipping around, and I'm like, ooh, you are cold.
Yeah, I mean, the wind chills, like, we're under an extreme cold warning for Charlotte, and what it means is that the wind chills or the air temperatures are going to be single digits or below 0. I do think we will see wind chills in Charlotte, not the mountains, 5, 10 below 0. That's certainly possible. So that's serious stuff. So please be careful out there.
Also, too, great advice about driving, to make sure you have all the right stuff on. My fiance brought me today, and he was in his slippers. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, what happens if you get stuck?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Well, that's the thing. You got to be prepared. Like, hey, you might just be going to the store real quick, but act like you're going to like an adventure into the mountains for like days. That's kind of the way you got to prepare, because you just don't know. The other thing is, like, and again, I think most people know about their car, but your car has lower gears. Like, people don't realize, even automatic transmission, there might be a 1 or 2 or a low gear or a snow mode. You probably have never had to use it or look at it. If you're in deeper snow, those lower gears are going to give you better traction. It also will force you to go slower, because you can't really go fast in the lower gears. So it might be a good way to drive if you do have a car that's front wheel drive and you have a lower gear. It definitely will help you. I know, like, my wife's minivan has a snow mode, and she's like, she didn't even know what it did. I was like, I had to show her, like, snow mode is what you're going to use if you have to get out. But luckily she didn't have to, and we're not going anywhere. Now,
I know last week you were saying the best advice was for the ice, I should say, was to maybe go on the side streets. Would you still suggest that, or what with snow? What would you suggest?
Me personally, I don't like going on the interstates because, one, you're stuck there. If there's an accident, let's say you're on 77, let's say it's great, but a 18-wheeler jackknifes in front of you, right? And everything, the road's blocked. Well, you know how the interstate is. You got a median, and if you're not near an exit, where are you going to go? You're stuck. You're just going to be sitting in your car. So for that reason, I like to stay off the interstates, because I don't get stuck there. The other thing is, even if one lane is open, there's always going to be some yahoo in like a pickup truck going like 60 in the snow lane next to you. And because people think it's the interstate, they can get up to those speeds. I think that then introduces a whole nother level of issues. On the side streets, everybody's going to go pretty slow because they know there's stoplights, stop signs. It just slows everybody down. And to me, that forces you to go slower, and it takes you longer to get where you're going, which is fine. That's what we want. That's the thing I would tell you. If it takes you an hour, it's going to take you an hour. If it's a 10-minute drive normally, it's not going to be a 10-minute drive today. So I would kind of avoid those. And then that also lets the DOT crews work without traffic on those roads and get those open quicker as we get into tomorrow, because obviously we got to get these roads open. I saw one plow, City of Charlotte, on Park Road. They were doing a great job, but it's coming down so heavy everywhere, there's not enough trucks to get it all done. It's going to take time, Megan, for this to all clear out.